All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you guys joining us for this match preview. As you saw, potential Chelsea owner, perhaps the Saudi media group, and the individual goes by as what's his name? Mohamed Alkhereiji. Mohamed Alkhereiji. The news is buzzing, ladies and gentlemen. The news is buzzing. In one hand, you have Matt Law, who is pushing the Todd Boehly and Swiss owner, Todd Boehly and the American consortium with Swiss owner Jens York, I think that's his name. And then on the other hand, you have Nizaar Kinsella, who is driving the Saudi media group. But apparently the word is Todd Boehly and the American consortium with the Swiss owner. They're the ones who are leading the race. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I personally would like the Saudi owners. For me, I've always said, the thing about Middle Eastern owners, ladies and gentlemen, is that money is not the issue. Abundance of money, abundance. And once again, oil-related money. And once again, you can talk about the legitimacy of the source. But look, I've said this plenty of time. You will find issues with every single owner out there. So for us, forget about that. Concentrate on football. These owners, they'll come in, and I'll tell you right now, they will run it the way Roman has it. In fact, probably even more. They'll probably spend even more. They'll buy whoever they want to buy because these Middle Eastern owners, they've got a lot of money. So I would prefer them. But then on the other side, if Todd Boehly and the American consortium come in, we may be run in a more smoother manner, much like Liverpool. We need to have proper scouts. We need to have, we have to be very careful about where we spend the money, which transfer targets that we go after. We're not going to be splashing hundreds and millions of pounds to just get anyone and everyone. So look, there's pros and cons. Running the way Liverpool have been running, that's not a bad way to run. That's being sustainable, being able to allow the football club to run on its own. But then you have the Saudi owners who they could be mad. The one thing the Saudi owners are saying is that immediately when they come in, their first prerogative is to re-sign Rudiger and to start building, the new stadium. So, yeah, we'll see. KH No Filter, really good to see you guys, my man. Won't be long before Boris finds dirt on these Saudi owners all of a sudden. Now look, how they don't have dirt on Bin Salman, the Newcastle owner, is mad. Like, the dirt on Bin Salman is literally on exhibition. As soon as you type on Google, you will find dirt on that particular owner. So, look, we all know it's not about, let's face it, it's not about the war. It's not about the war. It's just my personal feeling with the UK government. They found a good opportunity to come in and perhaps make some money out of this scenario, this tasty, this, stranglehold of a scenario for Abramovich. UK government, they saw an opportunity. They saw an opportunity and they're going in on it. I'm not going to sit here one bit and say that the UK government, oh, look how much they care for the Ukraine war. Look at what they're trying to do, sanction all these Russian owners and this and that. No, you don't care one bit. You do not care one bit. UK government, you could care less about the Ukraine war. Please, save it. You're just as corrupted, if not worse. because your corruption is sneaky. So you found this opportunity and you're going in. So we understand. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll have Ishan coming in very soon. Look, already nearly 80 people after 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. This is one thing I deeply would put my hands together and ask for each and every one of you guys. If you enjoy the channel, if you love the conversation, if you love the interactions, it is paramount. The likes on the stream drives the growth of the channel. If you want to see the channel get to the top heights, the top echelons of YouTube world, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And the more likes, the YouTube algorithm pushes the video to many people out there. We've got nearly 90 people right now, and 45 likes. We've got Ishan Bad Boy Badra with another different background of flying, saucy, Chelsea hot background. Ishan, oh bro, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it was a good watch along. Last one.
It was. Yeah.
Man United was Spurs, but yeah, we move on. We take our focus on to Chelsea versus Newcastle, the next game, and especially regarding the whole news and the whole environment surrounding Chelsea Football Club now.
No, 100%. True majority. Sorry, Miz, I'm heading towards bed now. We'll watch in the morning. Not a problem. To all the people, I understand it's quite late wherever you're across the world. Obviously, in UK time, I think it's about 7:49. But the rest of the world, like where Ishan is, Ishan, honestly, thank you so much for sticking around, my man. I understand it's quite late. But yeah, true majority, we'll catch you in the morning, 100%. Mr. Rich, this is the best channel fan interaction channel on YouTube. Big up, Miz, my man. Appreciate that. Honestly, appreciate that a lot. Ishan coming to us from the Chelsea metaverse. It's that background. It's a metaverse background. Ishan, let's get into this. We've got a lot to talk about. And to the live chat, massive shout out to each and every one of you guys. Lots of people that come in here on a regular basis. Great Ehian, my man, Mr. Rich, Tony Chelsea, B Production, Clicks, Riyadh Hassan, Shubhajyoti obviously has just gone to bed, Moha, Joseph, Liam, KH No Filter. Honestly, guys, go and subscribe to them as well. Sifo, the Red Wolf, so many people. Honestly, thank you so much for coming in here. Victor as well, one of my all-time greats. Nash, Fraser, bros, Abdul Razak Salam is here. See, we are happy. Calvin is here. Look, it's mad. We'll continue on because we've got a lot to talk about. We'll start from all these news from PYS. Let me just bring this up. Sorry about that. Ishan, the way we will do this is we'll go through the news first, and then we'll do the predicted lineup and whatnot. Okay, let's have a look at some of the latest. Ooh, what's going on here? CFC Saudi fans, hello, CFC Saudi fans, with a hand gesture and a couple of eyes looking on. CFC, obviously, these guys will know much about the Saudi fans. I don't always trust them though, because they do talk a lot of rubbish at times. But Saudi fans, Saudi media group coming through, PYS retweeting. Let's go down and just look at some of the latest. Where we go, there is so much news, ladies and gentlemen, so much news. Todd Bowley. Okay, we'll start from here. I mean, there's just a lot going on. Okay. Breaking. Saudi media group have big plans for Chelsea, including contracts for Rudiger and Azpilicueta, as well as investing heavily into Cobham Training Centre and women's team. Saudi media group turn over 1 billion a year and would be backed by Saudis. Woo! 1 billion. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's firepower. Mohamed Alkhereiji has lived in the UK. Chelsea are his Premier League club, and his kids are big supporters too. He wants Chelsea to keep winning, build a new stadium, and re-sign Rudiger. They will also review 3 sponsorship. Yeah, review that. Review them. They have... You know what? We will get back into this Saudi media group. Just quickly, Ishan, I found the whole 3 media group That's a bit coward acting the way they did. They really could have just stuck around, and because this ownership issue is only temporary. And look, Chelsea Football Club has nothing to do with this. For them to just run away like scared cats, scary cats, I found that very, very embarrassing. And they've lost a lot of the social media, following as well. A lot of the people are sending videos to them, tagging them, and breaking, three mobiles, three, Wi-Fi systems. Trivago is staying with us. Nike is staying with us. I know Hyundai is leaving. We'll look at all the sponsorship. But Ishan, I have to say, that's a coward act from three to just run away like that. They really could have just stuck around. It's just a matter of moments before we get new owners.
Yeah, exactly. And I call them the Scooby Doos. Hyundai, Three. These guys are Scooby Doos and nothing else. I mean,
Scooby
how
Doo.
aren't they? I mean, what have they done? I mean,
Scooby Doos.
just analyze the whole situation, miss. I mean, again, the point that you made in the watch along, that these guys are acting as if we, Chelsea Football Club, is funding for the war. I mean, is the whole situation making any sense? I mean, or are you forced to do this? That's also another situation that might happen. That are you actually forced to do certain pull-offs? Is it there's some external force by the UK government for you to pull out of of the whole sponsorship deal? That is one possibility. If not, then I think so. The things that Three and Hyundai have done does not make any sort of sense, and they are the legit Scooby Doo's of the whole situation, because we know the fact that, uh, yeah, go on, miss.
I was just gonna say, would you want them back? Because I feel like, you know what? I don't want you back. I don't want you back.
Of course not. Of course not, man. Listen, there's a huge saying that, right? That the ones who stay around you and stay with you at your lowest and at your bad time are the other are your real supporters and your real friends. And these guys have left when we actually needed them. It wouldn't have made, it wouldn't have made much difference, because our financials have been frozen by any means. So it did not make any sort of sense for you to actually run away, because doesn't matter how much money is coming from your end, from your asset, how many cash in you trying to you inject into the football club is not being actually used, because the UK government has frozen our financials, right? So what are you trying to prove with this whole situation, saying that, you know you're trying to pull it off just to keep yourself clean? But the thing is, please try to understand that when you're pulling off, you're not just pulling off from the football club and from Roman Abramovich. You're pulling off from the millions and millions and millions of fans around the whole wide
Bang
world,
on. Bang on.
who are going to remember this whole situation.
Big mistake. Big
Yeah.
mistake.
Listen, this you pulling off will do no bits to Roman Abramovich. He won't give a two shit flying
He
F's
doesn't give a
towards you.
crap.
Roman Abramovich could buy three companies more like three. You know what I mean?
He can buy three threes. Maybe it's a
Roman
nine.
can,
He can buy nine.
he can make a multiple of threes if he wants. He doesn't give a crap about three. He doesn't give a crap about Hyundai. Roman can actually buy Hyundai and take the whole company to Russia, and the whole world is gonna then go against Hyundai if he wants to. The thing here is, the sponsorship pull-offs are doing nothing else but actually showing a sign to the fans that, listen, you're leaving us when we actually need you. And
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I can infer from this
Do you know
place.
what, Ishan? I find that attitude so disgusting. Leaving us when we are down, when the government is suffocating us. You should have shown some character. This was your
Exactly.
chance to get even more fans, to get more publicity. This was the perfect opportunity. Seriously. Three, Hyundai, you've absolutely bottled it. You are probably Spurs
Yeah.
United fans. I don't know. You should not be our
I think
sponsors.
so.
You
The
should be
way
their
the way
sponsors.
Nike did, miss, the way Nike did, isn't it? The
Yeah,
way
they
they've
stuck around. They
stuck
said
around,
no.
and that made. I really don't know from which
Trivago
marketing
was the first one,
sense.
Ishan.
Yeah,
Trivago was
exactly.
the
I
first one. They
really
stuck
don't know
around.
from which marketing sense is Three and Hyundai thinking, because I mean, if you wanna, from marketing standpoint and from your business value standpoint, if you actually stay with a club who is actually innocent, the people, the fans, the fraternity is innocent in the
Yeah,
whole situation, and you
yeah,
straightforward come out and with your open chest and say that freaking hell, I'm staying with these guys because they have no sort of involvements in the ongoing situation. Only one man, one person's involvement cannot, we cannot be scrutinizing the whole club due to this. I think so this would have made a huge positive impact globally, and you would have attracted more fan base for your own company, man. For
yeah.
your company's value would have grown more. But I really don't know what you've achieved by backing off. You're keeping yourself clean, but then there is a negative impact on billions of people.
Bro, you have got bad publicity. You are now going to be remembered. Three, Hyundai, you will be remembered for this. You have damaged your publicity, and in a situation where you really could have taken advantage. You really could have. Look at Trivago. Everyone will be now talk. Even me. Like I'll be talking to my mates, and all of a sudden I'll throw in the word Trivago just randomly. I'll throw in the word Trivago. Just, just go
Yeah.
book your hotels through Trivago. Do
Yeah.
everything through Trivago. So you have missed the trick. You have missed the trick. Matt Chels, my man, my sincere best wishes, and I'm sure from Ishan as well, and everyone from the live chat, nearly 170 of people who are in the live chat. Get well soon.
Get
Had
well
back
soon,
surgery this
matches.
afternoon and flat on my back listening to this. This, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, it brings such warmth to my heart when I see messages like that. That people out there who are not feeling well, having a surgery literally, and still tuning in to listen to us, listen to Chelsea News.
He's
I
a real
appreciate
champ,
it.
man. He's a
Get
real
well
champ.
soon, my man. And all of
Get well
us are
soon.
praying that you do get well soon, honestly. Um, let's get back into the news again, ladies and gentlemen. We will bring this up. Let's bring this up. Get well soon, Matt. And Hotel, Trivago, Samsung. Yep, absolutely. Okay. So we talked about the three stuff. Let's now talk about. It is believed that Saudi media can attract the most lucrative sponsors to Chelsea. 100% they can. 100%. Once we are linked with a heavy duty owner, you best believe sponsors will be coming left, right, and center. And if three is coming, I will be getting three, turning them sideways, shining it really nice, and shoving it straight up their candy asses and telling them, get your candy ass jabroni out of here. Look, it's mad. It's mad. Saudi media will be backed by various other and co-funded by various other private backers from Saudi Arabia. Let's continue looking into the Saudi media group, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what is going on. Alkhereiji and his kids are Chelsea fans, which is why he's keen to purchase the club. He primarily supports Al Nassr, for who he built a new state-of-the-art stadium. Let's see what else is going on. Sorry, let's go back a little bit. Come on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. A few more news that I want to go through. Yeah, here we go. Saudi media is a private entity with no direct ties to a particular ruler or government. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, guys, we've got over 200 people. I had no idea. Smash the
Wow.
like button, number one. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. It's very important. Let's keep driving the channel. We want to reach 11,000 as soon as possible. So subscribe if you're here for the first time. Do not hesitate. You're going to love it. You're going to get a whole heap of different content. And check out Ishan and his social, especially his Instagram. Make sure the link is there. Click on it and follow Ishan on Instagram. Saudi Media Group is a private entity with no direct ties to a particular ruler or government. As it stands, the Premier League would have little reason to block any sale to Saudi media. I mean, Ishan, this is pretty big. They're saying that they're not connected to bin Salman or any government ruling sort of entity. They're on their own, Saudi Media Group. They seem like they have other business people as well. It's sort of like a consortium.
Yeah.
I like the setup. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not connected with bin Salman, the Premier League can't really. Oh, well, the Premier League allowed, the Newcastle bid anyway. So it doesn't really matter if we are linked with Bin
Yeah, of
Salman. But
course.
how does this look to you so far, Ishan? The whole Saudi media group.
I think so. This is, as far as I've heard, Miss, regarding all the bids, this by far has been the most promising bid. Uh, After this bid, I think so. The Swiss and the American consortium bid with Boholi and who's the other guy? I forgot the name. Their consortiums,
Hans York, yeah.
yeah, their bid was the second most promising. But let's not forget the fact that their bid was rejected two times already, and now after the green signal, it is their third bid apparently. Now, when it comes to the Saudi media's bid, I think so. This is the first bid and looks most promising. We all cannot confirm it as time stands. I think so. We'll have to wait for the decision. Uh, what I'm confused is I really don't know where the call is going to come from. You know what I mean? Is it going to be Roman who's going to have the final call? Is it going to be the Ryans who are given the authority to make decisions? Is it going to be the Chelsea board of members? You know what I mean, the management team, or the UK government who's going to have the final call? I'm not sure about that, but all I know is there are 10 bidders, and this is the most promising one. And I think so. This should be by far the best for the whole Chelsea fraternity, because the owner of this is I think so, he's a Chelsea fan. He's a Chelsea fan since childhood, and his whole family has been a Chelsea fan. And he's also the owner of Saudi media, this Saudi media company. So I think so, from all the angles, this bid looks most promising and should go ahead, but we can't be sure. I think so, it can go anyways, so let's see what happens. But I think so, this should be best for business, best for Chelsea. You know what I mean? I think so. We'll be on the top back again when it comes to let's say financials. Now, looking at the hindsight, I think so. Considering the other bids, if you see the American consortium, the Swiss American consortium, and the other bidders as well, I don't think so. I think so. We won't be much financially. We won't be that much independent comparatively to what the Saudi media and the Saudi owners would bring to us. So I think so, this would be the best. And if you look at it from as an overview, Miss, it's been around about 19-20 years since Roman was a Chelsea owner, and he has injected a lot of cash into the club. He has incurred a huge amount of loss, apparently 1.5 billion, and now add that 3 billion of his asset to that loss. So that much of loss he's already incurred, and it does not matter to him. So fact of the matter here is, Roman Abramovich, being an owner of a club, he actually let the club run even through continuous losses. You know what I mean? And that's only possible. And that's how we, first and foremost, that's how we won a lot of trophies. Second of all, just because of Roman, that was possible. If it was for some other owners, that wouldn't have been possible. You cannot expect that sort of risk, that sort of freedom, that sort of independency, if it was some kind of a consortium, or let's say an American owner, right? You won't see that. Now, when it comes to Saudi media ownership, without any sort of consortium, this gives us the independency for more cash flow in for our further
Yes,
financial
yes, more cash flow, bro. Come on, bring this on, bro. Cash flow, please. I know that.
Yes, and when it comes to America, the consortium, Swiss American consortium, or any sort of consortium, or let's say an independent American entity trying to have a bid and win the bid, I don't think so. That in future case, I don't think so that'll be much helpful. There'll be a lot of changes in the whole Chelsea structure, the whole running of the club, but then I think so, financially, cash wise, and the way we've been run in the last 20 years, the success that we've had,
We may
the
even be run even more than that. I feel like they'll
exactly.
throw even more money.
But Roman has injected a habit of winning in us, in the whole fan base, right? And that injection and that habit has taken a toll on all of us as Chelsea fans, and now we know nothing but win, right? Just two games lost and we lose our minds. That's
Yeah.
what Roman has injected in all of our fan base. It's just win, 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 and nothing else. Thanks to him, but the next owners need to keep that momentum going, and that will only be possible if we have more of financial freedom.
Yeah.
And Saudi media and the owners of Saudi media, I think so, are the perfect fit in it.
Declan in Ireland, we are going to be rich beyond our wildest dreams. God is great. Arsenal is not. Absolutely right. I love that. I love that comment from Declan in Ireland. Is so hyped up. I love it. I mean, look, as Ishan said, these Saudi media group, they will run the football club. We will not even feel a single change. In fact, we may even see an upgrade. That's the thing with Middle Eastern money. With Todd Bowley, yes, we will definitely see change, and it may be a bit of hard times before we see some good times, I suppose. Saudi media also works with Al Hilal, who Chelsea faced in the Club World Cup. Saudi media would build academies in the Middle East and use the women's team to change how the perception of how the sport is perceived. Wow, I like that. I like that incentive. I like that prerogative. All the updates will be on our website. Please, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow PYS and you follow his website, chelseafc365.com, live update blogs. I mean, this guy, phenomenal. PYS is on top of his game when it comes to news. Chelsea news matters. Let's keep scrolling through, ladies and gentlemen, see what else is developing in this. This is the picture. Chelsea's potential new owner, Mohamed Alkhereiji. This is how you're going to see me rocking up on every stream. Nice headscarf, the whatever you call it. I will be rocking up like an Arab. I've already got the beard, rock and rolling. So you may start calling me Al-Miz. Al-Miz.
Al-Miz Bibi.
The other side of the coin, Al-Miz. And then
Al-Miz
Ishan will be
Bibi.
known as Al-Habibi, Al-Ishani, Al-Bahdaradi. Do you know what I mean? This is how we're going to be rocking up. So, yes, inshallah, we get this. Look, the other possible contender, we do need to talk about the other possible contender. Hyundai, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Hyundai suspend their sponsorship with Chelsea, and fans have already started leaving reviews in hundreds. Slower than Maguire in a highlight.
By the way, Miss, I'm so thankful. I recently, by the grace of God, got a car, but it's not Hyundai. I'm so thankful. So thankful. You know what
Ladies
I mean?
and gentlemen, thank you so much. Ishan hasn't bought a Hyundai, or else we would have taken the piss take right now. Hyundai is, I do not, everyone out there, nearly 300 of you guys are alive, do not buy Hyundai cars. Just stay away from Hyundai cars. I'm definitely not. I've never bought Hyundai in my life, so I'm not going to do that. These are some of the reviews that are being left behind. Slower than Maguire in a highline. Bought a Hyundai as a little run around in London. Things were fine until recently, when it's become unreliable and stops halfway through any journey. If I could, I would give this rating as many stars as Tottenham have on their shirts. I love this game. I love this game, bro. These people, man. Do not mess with the Chelsea fan base. Do not mess. You don't understand what a powerhouse we are. We are an absolute. Oh, Jeff Knightley, you. Dick Al-N.
You guys are moving mad in the live chat, man.
When Declan in Ireland becomes Arab. Dick Al-N.
Dek Al-N Habibi.
It should be Dick Al-N in Abu Dhabi or in Saudi Arabia. This is too good. Jeff, you've killed it. Kudos to Jeff.
Dek Al-N in Jeddah.
Jeff, Dek Al-N in Jeddah. Perfect. I love this, man. Okay, Chelsea have pleading with the government today to lift the ban on them signing players and urine. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. So we've talked about the Saudi media group. They're one of the contenders, strong contenders. Nizaar Kinsella, ladies and gentlemen, is driving that massively. Look at Nizaar is tweeting things that are not even in English. You know he's serious when he's doing that.
Tweeting in Arabic.
Man's retweeting Arabic stuff. Like he's gone next level on this one. He is gone next level. This is the man, Alkhereiji. Obviously, we've seen two pictures. We've seen a picture where he is in full, beautiful Arab clothing. I love that. I love that. Honestly, I actually have this at home. I'm gonna dress up like this very soon. So you have this, and then you have that. As you can see, Nizaar Kinsella is absolutely buzzing with it. Look, man, he is. Wow, gold has turned into Arabic. Gold is now owned by Saudi Arabia, it seems like. This must be the Arabic sort of version of it.
Man, so happy he started tweeting in Arabic, man.
But he might as well call himself Nizaar Kinsella. Redevelop Stamford Bridge and renew contracts of key players. Here's what you need to know. So make sure you follow Nizaar as well and follow that article. Looks like that is the prerogative, ladies and gentlemen, for the Saudi media group. Redevelop Stamford Bridge and renew the contracts of key players, which is fantastic. Let's get back to the news, what we were talking about in terms of this. Chelsea have been pleading with the government today to lift the ban on signing players and renewing contracts. So Matt Law states also that Todd Bowley's consortium is still leading the race. So we'll talk about two things here. Ishan, we'll talk about Chelsea is literally pleading to the UK government, mate, lift some of these sanctions. This is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you guys some background, we have a limit on how much we can spend on away days. We have taken out, credit cards have been taken away from us like candy from a kid. Bank accounts have been seized. Like, you remember when you were a kid, your parents would seize your PlayStation, your Nintendo 64, take away your Game Boy. That's what they've done to us. We cannot sell tickets. We cannot sell merchandise. It's absolutely mad. We cannot breathe. It's almost made to believe like we started the war. And in fact, there are some pundits out there and there are some blue tick accounts in Twitter that are actually blaming Chelsea somewhat about this whole situation around the Ukraine and Russian war. It's as if we are the ones who've been funding it. It's as if we are the ones who triggered it. I mean, Ishan, let's tackle that first point. We are pleading the government to give us a room to breathe, give us our oxygen back. I mean, what's your thoughts, bro?
Now, yes, I think so. This wouldn't have been possible by any means until and unless Roman would have been, Roman would have given the green light for the club to go for sale. Like we discussed in our previous watch alongs, Miss, that all thorns now lie and is stuck on Roman and the UK government coming to a common place that, let's just, Roman to let Chelsea Football Club go on sale. That's where the whole thorn lied. Now, since apparently Roman has agreed to the fact that, he wants Chelsea to go on sale and he's given the green light to UK government, and the government apparently in return gave a green light to the investors, to go ahead with the sale and the bids to, resume. I think so that has led to the whole situation, and now slowly and steadily, since the green light has been given, what this means, Ms., is very important to understand for all of us. That means it's not just Roman allowing UK government to take the power of attorney in terms of the whole club sale, but also Roman would not get even a single penny from the sale of the club. First, second, Roman would not have any sort of calls in terms of the investors, in terms of the decisions and any sort of involvements when it comes to bidding, right? So that's exactly what it means. Second thing, now since this green light has been given by the UK government, slowly and steadily things would be more normalized or neutralized, and the tickets might, we might see in maybe in few weeks the ticket sale might resume, and the merchandise sale might resume.
Apparently,
Why?
they're saying any profits from the tickets they wanted to go to the war victims. I mean, I want to ask you this, Ishan, why is it just our club's duty to give everything to war victims? Everything give to war,
Exactly.
give to war. I mean, I not stopping anyone from giving your donations to the war. Please go and do that. But why is it all of a sudden become Chelsea's primary objective?
Exactly.
Give everything to the war.
As if all every match fees, man of the match fees, and the club fees have been going to the war,
Give
to
out
the
prize
Russian
money. Give out
fraternity.
prize money to the war as well. Like,
Exactly, as if all the man of the matches awards have been transferred into Putin's account. I mean, it is so absurd, man. Does not make any sort of sense. And these are the decisions by UK government, miss, which actually makes the whole world look at us like villains, and it seems like we the ones who are a culprit here. We are the ones who are funding the war here, which isn't the case, man. It's so difficult for Why is it so difficult for them to understand the fact that Roman does not make profit from Chelsea FC? Why is it so
yeah,
difficult? Why don't they pull off the financials, and just check the record of the profit and loss, and just see that how much profit does Roman make from the club? It's almost null, and they're imposing these sort of sanctions as if we have actually funded for the war. I mean, this is so absurd. Does not make any
it's crazy.
sort of
It's
sense.
crazy.
And uh, you know I don't know what the government is achieving, but the whole world is looking at us like, we are the whole culprit here. We have a bigger part, and we are like kind of a villains here. You know what I mean? And this won't stop until we get a new owner. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure what the clauses are. I'm not sure what the license says, what the agreement is. But is it the case that even after getting a new owner, we have to fund for the Ukraine in terms of our match fees and the profits? If that's the case,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's good to actually donate to the people who are in actually need. But that's kind of some kind of well, it comes down to individuals, right? But as a
Yeah.
club, we've done nothing wrong. I mean, why are we targeted here by the
I
government
mean,
and then the
we have to
media,
run our
journalists?
expenses as well, right? We've got expenses. We need to pay people. I mean, look at this. People are worried about their jobs. One Cobham source told The Athletic, no one knows what's going on. Another claimed that the club is starting to behave as if it's in administration and cutting back on anything they deem to be unnecessary costs. I mean, we are taking away people's lives, ladies and gentlemen, with these sanctions. Their jobs are going to be cut because we don't have any money. We're not making money. And on top of that, now the government officials are sort of suggesting, Chelsea, why don't you give away your profit from your match sales? We will allow you to sell tickets, but why don't you give away your profits to the war victims? What about your own people, Ishan?
Yeah,
It's like, don't think about your home, but think about your neighbors. But
yeah.
even in the plane,
It's
ladies and gentlemen, the announcer says if there is any turbulence and if there's any issues, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, then your kids. Not your kids
exactly,
first, then you. You save yourself first before you start saving
exactly.
others.
Yeah. Isn't it one of those situations where you've got a horrendous principal at your school and your college who has no idea whatsoever what's going in the class, and one day just enters the class and starts punishing the toppers and the first benches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without knowing who the whole culprit is. That's the whole situation, man. It makes total no sense to me. And I think so, miss, the media and the journalists having a go at it, it actually resonates and is a ricochet of the actions which the UK government has taken. If the UK government didn't imply such actions, it wouldn't be in the case where media would have targeted us. But now it seems like we're being broadcasted in the whole wide world as if we're the prime funders, you know what I mean, and supporters
Yeah.
of the war. Absolutely not, man. This is some stupid move by the UK government, and I that's why we want new owners ASAP. You know what I mean? To stop this BS going around, and just to let our club run like a club first. You know what I mean? To get
Yeah.
things running, save jobs before it's too late. You know what I mean? So
Bro, mental issue is a very important issue, man. And these people could mentally suffer. They have families to feed, loans to pay, and if they don't have money coming through, it's look, it's not even about the war. It's not even about the war. Like UK couldn't care less about Ukraine. Honestly, they couldn't care less. Like, do your own research, ladies and gentlemen. UK government is not even helping one bit to Ukraine.
yeah,
And if they are, it's very minuscule. It's minor. Ukraine people don't even know who the UK government is, probably. If you ask any Ukrainians in Ukraine, they'll be like, "What, UK? They're not helping nothing." So, yeah, I mean, these
Check
people,
this.
they
Check
think,
this out, man. Check this out.
right, I'm having an early night off to Lisbon, Portugal in the morning for 4-day trip. If there's any turbulence on the flight, I will put on my own mask first and then steal the wife's. This is how you're meant to operate, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Declan in Ireland, you look after yourself, brother. You look after yourself first. That's prerogative, number one. Under the current license that allows CFC to operate while Abramovich's assets are frozen and Rain Bank decides on a preferred buyer, Chelsea would not be able to pay for enough security, stewarding, and catering to keep all sections of Stamford Bridge open. It's peak. It really is peak. Worst case scenario is Chelsea do not believe they would be able to complete the season under the current terms of the license, which they are hopeful will be reviewed in the coming days. We need that license reviewed, man. The license is not expected to be amended in time for Sunday's game against Newcastle United, which means supporters are set for a very different Stamford Bridge experience. There will be no official program on sale outside Stamford Bridge. Wow. Chelsea will continue to pay staff members even if they have been stood down, but freelance and contract staff will not be paid. So look, ultimately, people are going to get hurt. It's as simple as that. And they may be paying now, but how long can they be paying for is a different issue. Let's have a look at more of this news. We're not going to get into Romelu Lukaku stuff. Some of those stuff are apparently made up. That it's not that he's wanting to leave, or he can't even leave anyway. We've got sanctions. We can't do any transfer stuff at the moment. Yes, this is another key one, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Abramovich has been disqualified from owning Chelsea by Premier League. Chelsea's billionaire owner will no longer be permitted any involvement in running the club. So this is what we talked about. He's disqualified as an owner. So yeah, the sale of the football club is imminent. We shall see a new owner, hopefully very, very soon. Chelsea's license from the government appears to have been amended, allowing them to spend $900,000 to host games. Okay. So in order to host games, we can spend $900,000. That's good. What
That
does
has been
Ishan?
increased.
What does this mean?
Apparently,
Host games. Why are we going to spend to host games?
yeah. So even for host games, you need to spend money. Apparently, it was before the sanctioning, it was around £1 million that you had to spend for every host game. Regarding all
Okay.
the
Like food
to
and all of
manage,
that.
to
Like
manage whole structure.
like security, food, parking
Everything,
lot, the lot. Okay.
the media and everything. You know what I mean. So to
Okay.
control that, it was around £1 billion earlier for every home game as well, but then apparently after the sanction it was cut down to around 500k, for per host game, which was impossible because according to their financials, Chelsea's financial record, uh, they wanted a minimum, at least the minimum expense was around 800k
Yeah.
per host game. Then it was apparently reviewed by the government, and they've actually come down to an agreement that let's give a 900k per week, I mean per home game,
To basically
to
spend.
run the
Yeah.
to run the proceedings.
Fair
So that
enough.
has been, but again the question here is, from where will that money come? Even if you're allowed 900k, you've
Yeah, where is
already
that money coming
frozen
from?
frozen the
Yeah.
banks and the financials. Where will that money come from? So it does not make
Yeah.
sense.
GoFundMe, man. Time to set up GoFundMe. Maybe they'll even freeze that. Who knows? Chelsea Football Club have nothing to do with the devastation that's happening in the Ukraine, and quite frankly, are now being scapegoated by the government with a lot to hide themselves, deflecting tactics. You've dealt with Roman. Now let us be a football club. I can assure you that Wendy in the canteen, who now fears for her job, future, and whether she can pay her bills this month and in the future with rising living costs, has nothing to do with Russia invading Ukraine. Neither does the kitman, grounds person, security. Exactly. We are being scapegoated. And you know what the crazy? Okay, we're going to get back to the media group, and then we'll start talking about the match as well, ladies and gentlemen, very, very soon. Make sure you smash the like button. We got nearly 300 people in the building. Get the likes up to 200. Ishan, Just some final thoughts before we talk about the match in itself, because we need to talk about the match. Do the Chelsea predicted lineup as well. For 19 years, right? The UK government, yeah, they had a bit of iffy feeling about it, but they never pushed their agenda. For 19 years, Roman Abramovich has been pumping employment. So people are getting employed, they're earning money, they're able to purchase property, get loans, which is helping the UK government as well, because you're stimulating the economy. Roman is bringing tourism, because I've been to Stamford Bridge. I know many people on a regular basis goes to Stamford Bridge all across the world to watch them. So tourism, hotels, they buy merchandise, they buy food, they live, they get the taxis, the Uber, the public the amount of money Roman has been able to bring into the economy. Where's the UK government talking about, where's your source of your money talk at that point? Where's your talk about Roman at that point? You enjoyed all the benefits that Roman was giving to you, your country. Where was your negative conversation back then?
Yeah. No, of course, man. This is some diabolical actions by UK government, man. And you know what, Miss? I think so. You're right. They were waiting for that opportunity to do this because Roman was already barred from entering the UK premises
Yeah.
and actually coming in, even step a foot on UK land. That was something which was done a few years ago. But then I think so. UK government was actually trying and waiting for that opportunity to actually seize everything, and this was maybe the perfect one to do it, or else it would have been difficult, without any any sort of actions which is currently happening around the world. It would have been difficult for the UK government to do such things, but now they've rightfully done so because they've apparently found direct links of Roman with Putin and the whole war situation going around. But the thing here is, like you said, Roman, when you talk about Roman politically, he's a different person, and when you talk about Roman as an owner of Chelsea Football Club, he's a different person. Man, come on, have some sense here. You look at the contributions this man has done to this football club. Not I'm not here just to talk about the employment opportunities. Just look at the society and the other helps that he's done, the foundations, the fundings, and all sort of
Yeah.
donations that he's done to the society. When your people, your UK people, and your own people needed help, he was the one who came out and with a lot of foundations, charity, and donations. He actually helped people. Not just that, during COVID times as well.
Yeah,
Apparently he was
massive help during
he
COVID
was the
times. He
only.
provided a lot of help during COVID time.
Yeah, yeah, apparently he was the only owner who did not have any sort of price cut or salary cut with his employees. And not
Yep.
just that, but also he aided the Londoners and the people who needed help, who had lost their job. He aided with some fundings. So apparently this man is actually helping your society, your people, and your countrymen. You know, he's done that good, which you as a government and
Couldn't do.
as a political entity could not do.
Yeah.
So with just one chance and you're stripping him off, fine, but at least take care of the people, of your own people, of the fans, of the millions and millions of fans around the world. Don't hurt them. You know what I mean? Fine, you've got that your own agenda against Roman and Russia. Fine, that's your political use case. But do not let the people perish. What have the people done wrong to you, man? What have the employees done wrong to you? What have the players, the managers, the staff members, the ground workers, from sweepers to waiters to chefs? What
The
have what
fans
wrong
as
have they done to
well.
you?
I mean,
The
Ishan, for
fans,
some fans,
they're normal people, man.
yeah, Ishan, for some fans, watching Chelsea football is like it's their thing. If you take away that from them, mentally they get disturbed. Do you know what I mean? Like they didn't really think about all of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Massively.
That's kind of depressing, man. I think so, and it hurts, man. It hurts because We did not deserve this. The club did not deserve this. Definitely you could have taken your personal actions against Roman. You could have done this with the same consequence, but not for the fans. Maybe for Roman with the same consequence, but to hurt the fans, to hurt the fraternity, to hurt the club's stature and structure, that is not acceptable, man. And then people and the common fan and the fans, the people around the world would remember this, and not just Chelsea fans, definitely. You know as far as even the rival fans and any fans, football fans are considered around the world, definitely they would be happy. Rival fans would be happy looking at our situation and how we are in the mud at this point of time. But even for them, when it comes to humanity, they know the fact that there are hundreds and hundreds of jobs that have been gone due to these actions, and those jobs, those individuals have no sort of relation, no sort of connection to the ongoing political fight between UK and Russia, or maybe Roman. So maybe listen, man, the common man have been hurt, the common people have been actually affected, and it's quite unfortunate, man. I really hope that they, even after that, I hope everything gets sorted soon, and people get their job back, as this is
100%.
the least that we can ask for, isn't it?
100%, 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other. So we had Nizaar Kinsella, who's been talking about, who's been mad doing retweets in Arabic retweets as well. I mean, Nizaar Kinsella is he's on top of this game. So you've got one side, Nizaar Kinsella talking about the Saudi media group taking over Chelsea. Their prerogative is new stadium and re-sign Rudiger. I love this, making Rudiger they're one of the biggest priority, which has to be, in fact. Exclusive Saudi media, a private consortium have made contact with Rain Group about buying Chelsea from Roman Abramovich. At least 10 bids are now in. So you've got one side, Nizaar Kinsella, and then on the other side, you've got Matt Law, who is talking about the third man of the Todd Bowley, Hans-Jörg Wyss consortium bidding to buy Chelsea is Jonathan Goldstein, a Londoner and a football fan. Founder and CEO of Kane, with significant property development experience in the capital. He's a long-time business partner of Bowley. So got Todd Bowley, who apparently is still the front runner. So they're the American consortium, along with the Swiss owner Hans Jörg. There is apparently a third person as well. So it's a consortium. It's basically a collaboration of many investors coming together. The third man is Jonathan Goldstein. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest in regards to what is going on in terms of the ownership update. Two big contenders. You've got the Saudi media group, and you've got Todd Bowley and the American consortium, along with obviously Hans-Jörg Wyss. Let's talk about the match now, ladies and gentlemen. This is our form. We've actually been okay in recent times in the Premier League. 3-1 victory against Norwich, 4-0 against Burnley, and before that we had a 1-0 against Palace. And in between we had really good results against Lille, which was a fantastic game for us. The Leicester game was postponed because we had the Carabao Cup final, and even the final, we really should have won that. We deserved to win that. Then we had a very dodgy game against Luton, but albeit a lot of rotation, still got out of there with with a victory. This is when all the news started happening of the new owners, this, that. So you can imagine things might not have been the best. We whooped Burnley. Reece James was class. Obviously, he's now injured. And then we, as I said, we had a decent performance against Norwich. Once again, same sort of scenario with sanctions and whatnot. We started off the game with a lot of electricity, and then we kind of fizzled out. But late on, we took advantage of the space. Ishan, moving into this game against Newcastle, this is not going to be easy. Newcastle apparently unbeaten in 9, and out of the 9, 7 wins, or 6 wins as well, 7 wins, something like that. They are in some fine form, and I can't even completely say it's their new signing. Yes, the new signings have helped, but Eddie Howe has changed that group around. They were in the mud. How they've managed to come around like that is incredible. Chelsea at home, which is good, but then again, what's going to be the situation in terms of how many fans we can have in the stadium? How are you feeling about this match coming up against Newcastle?
I mean, it's going to be difficult. Like you said, they're in a fine form, some good run, and not just 9 games undefeated, but seven wins out of 9. and that's huge. And maybe just a couple of months ago we were talking about them getting relegated,
Yeah.
and the Saudi money going to be invested in the championship.
But the
It's
Saudi
funny
money is
how
magic, bro. Saudi money is magic. Give
it's
us the
funny how
Saudi
things
magic.
turn around. Hey, listen, these guys invested over 100 million in the January window. Just imagine what kind of madness they're gonna do in the summer window. So that's that's a debate for another day. But as
Mm.
things stands, I think so. Uh, Newcastle is going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. Definitely, this game is in Stamford Bridge, so we have that advantage. Thankfully, it's not in their stadium, or else we would have been in real trouble. Not just in terms of gameplay, but also in terms of financially. But yeah, I think so. This is going to be a difficult game. It's not going to be as easy as it was in against Norwich. But I think
Are you
so.
worried a little bit? Are you worried? Like Bruno Gameres, he's a very good player. He scored as well in
Yeah.
midfield. Strong player. Then they've got Dan Burn. Brighton have not looked the same once they've let Dan Burn go. And then they've got Chris Wood. Obviously, St. Alamax-Man will probably be back. They just look like a better unit now. Are you worried at all, or you feel like nah, we're on the up as well? Kai Havertz will probably do a damage.
No, I think so. Like you said, they as a unit are more threatful and more worrying as in terms of the individual brilliance. I think so. The way they're playing, with the chemistry and the synchronization, that is a bit making me a bit worried. But apart from that, I think so. We should go ahead and win it. All I can say is it's going to be a difficult game, difficult not to crack, man. They've definitely transformed into a very, very good team and who are playing with a different sort of cohesion. Uh, Not just their defense, but their attack also have become very lethal with the incoming signings. I think so. They've actually developed and they've actually found a way, to collectively attack and defend at the same time. And
Mm.
I think so credit goes to the manager as well, and to the Saudi money as well, that they've managed to pull this off. And but yeah, as far as tomorrow's game goes, I think so they're in a good form. We look like trying to step up a little bit from the bad phase that we had
Yeah.
earlier. But yeah, I think so. I expect to be a tight game, this to be very honest, but I feel
Mhm.
that we should be winning this.
I feel just like you. I expect it to be a tight game, but I feel like we may have enough firepower. I feel like the players, they really want to send a statement through all these hard times, give something to the fans to cheer. And I feel like that's what's been happening. The Burnley performance 4-0, 3-1 against Norwich. These players hopefully are trying to send out a statement that we are Chelsea Football Club. We do not give up. And I love what Thomas Tuchel said post match after Newcastle. After Norwich, he said, as long as we have enough shirts to wear and we have a bus to go to a match, you best believe we are going to compete. You best believe. That's the gaffer that I want to back, man. That's the gaffer that gives me strength and motivation as a fan base. And we should all take a lot of warmth in that. And I love it. Thomas Tuchel, just quickly before we start this uh, team selection, Ishan, I have to say, Thomas Tuchel, he has been unbelievable throughout this entire saga. Not once did he look scared, worried. In fact, he has embraced it. He's absolutely embraced the situation. He kept on saying, I'm not going anywhere. This is the best fit for me. This is the best football club for me. This club has everything. And I believe we're going to get a very, very good owner because Chelsea Football Club is a supreme club in world football. I mean, Ishan, I I've loved Jose and I've loved the way he talked. But for me, Thomas Tuchel is probably the best coach we've ever had in Chelsea Football Club's history. Seriously. In terms of talking, strategy, a strategic point of view, and now what he's doing with the media is phenomenal, bro.
Oh yes, 100%. Even I got so overwhelmed when I heard that statement. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Listen, the situation is difficult. We know that, he knows that, and the whole world knows that the situation is difficult. But the way he's been responding, it's been immense, and it actually adds a lot of motivation. Listen, we don't know what the back end story is, what's going behind the scenes, but we don't even want to know it. We shouldn't be even bothered about it. What matters is who stands in front of the whole world and says that I'm here. I'm here to stay, and I'm here till for the whole saga. I'm here till thick and thin. You know what I mean? And Thomas
Mm.
Tuchel is the spearhead of that. He's commanding the whole team, and once you have a commander like Thomas Tuchel who stands in tough times, stands still and focused, ready to fight every single day, you'll have the whole team ready to fight every single day. The morale of whole team will be boosted, and that's exactly what I asked you in the watch along itself. Is that against
Mm.
Norwich? Now it's more of a better situation, let's say, comparatively to what the day we had the last game, where it was the whole black clouds of uncertainty, black birds flying above our heads. There was no sort of uncertainty what's going to happen to us. Now it's more of a green light that we're going to get sold and things might be neutralized in days to come. But even in that match against Norwich, the guys looked absolutely chilled, calm, and were happy. The body language was positive. The whole gameplay was positive. Thomas Tuchel was happy. But we knew back, behind the curtains, the scene was ballistic, and it's so important as a manager to not show any sign of any sign of scaredness or any sign of hesitation. He's staying strong, and it's a blessing that we have him as a manager. I don't think so. And like you said, Miss, very rightly said, we do encourage and we do acknowledge the fact that what Jose Mourinho did to our club and his contributions, but the way Thomas Tuchel has, the way he commanded himself in tough times, not just this. This might be the toughest one, but look at the Lukaku situation as well. Yeah,
Super League, Lukaku.
the
I
Super League
mean,
situation. I mean, it's so difficult. The
yeah.
whole When the whole world is against you for certain decisions. Lukaku situation. You don't know. You have your most prized player on one hand, and you have the whole world on the other hand. How do you manage that in this situation where the whole world is against your club? And you have to stand strong, and he's the man who's spearheading that. He's the one who needs to come out every single day and answer the journalists, answer the media, and he's doing that with open heart. That's the kind of manager we need, and I'm so blessed, and I'm sure the fans around the world are blessed to have a manager like Thomas Tuchel, especially in times like this.
100% agree, bro. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the match. Chelsea predicted lineup against Newcastle. I'll go with the back, and we'll see if Ishan agrees, and then I'll allow Ishan to do the midfield, and then we'll together do the front. For me, Mendy, goalkeeper. I don't think there should be any talks about that. Rudiger should come back into the team. Silva once again in the middle. I don't know what the situation is in terms of injuries. Obviously, Bruce James is injured. He won't be featuring until for 4 matches. We're not gonna. We already did see him against Norwich, so another 3 more matches we won't see him. And Aspilicueta, is he recovered, ladies and gentlemen, from the stomach flu? I would
He's
suggest
not 100%. He's not 100%.
he's not 100%. So there's okay. So there's that. In that case, I would have to play Chalobah here and probably Christensen as a wing back. I mean, unless we're going with Pulisic, but I'd go with.
You think? I think so. We might go with the back four. You know what I mean? That
Do you
would
think
be
so?
because we don't have any options, no choices whatsoever. You know what I mean? Marcus Alonso is unfit, might not be 100%. Fit for the match day, and
I feel like
Aspilicueta again is not 100%.
Thomas Tuchel doesn't go too often, man. The back four, and I think against Newcastle, look, he went with a back three against Norwich. Ishan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's not gonna do this back four, man. I really, really don't think he fancies the back four. I get what you mean. I've wanted the back four because I know we don't have the wing backs, but I feel like he's not gonna. He's gonna he's going to just continue playing. Who did we have as Saul as the wing back? So he'll probably have
Yeah,
Saul as wing back again, and he'll probably have, I don't know, either Chalobah or Christensen. I
right.
feel like it might be Christensen as a wing back. I
So
think
so
this will be.
difficult to predict, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very difficult, man. One thing I can probably say is he's not going to go with a back four, man. Like, I want him to do that, but I don't think he will.
So we
Um,
have Christensen as well, apparently, right? Who can?
yeah, we've got Christensen and Chalobah.
Hmm. Right.
Do you honestly feel he's going to use a back four or is he going to use a back three?
Yeah, I mean, there is a huge chance that yeah, it might not be a straightaway back four, like you say, but it's going to be more of a dynamic formation where we have Chalobah, Christensen, Silva, Rudiger, and one, maybe we see a Malangsar on the left wing back, or maybe a Saul on the left wing back,
I think it'll
and
probably
then
be
we can
Saul again.
transition that into a back three and back four. But yeah, I think so. You make sense. I don't think so. We should be going to a back four.
I don't think he's going to change this around. He's now played Saul twice in that position, or maybe three times. He's probably just going to continue doing that as long as Alonso's not playing. Alonso is still sick, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's not playing. If Alonso was there, he would have started. In the right side, if Azpilicueta's not there, we already don't have Reece James. It has to be Christensen. I mean, do you expect Pulisic to play that position? I don't. I think Pulisic should play up front.
Nah, no way is Pulisic is playing that position. Come on, man. It is after an eternity, which seems like Pulisic might be back on some good form. And then if he's again pushed into that right wing back position, that should not be good at all. So I think so. Yeah, I'll go with the same, kind of formation that you're saying. And this also brings a little bit of flexibility. You know what I mean? Like I said, we can quickly switch to a back four in mid game when we want, where Rudy, Silva, Chalobah, and Christensen plays as a back four, and then it can quickly transit itself into a back three as well.
You're saying more Saul will probably come into midfield, and we've seen Saul come into midfield from that position. So you're saying it may just turn out something like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's a possibility. 100%, that's a possibility because I've actually seen Saul move into midfield like that. So who knows? Great Ahin is saying Ruben Loftus-Cheek as right wing back. Seriously, I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. I know we've seen it in the last match. He's not a wing back. He's got no idea. Obi, Miz, stop. Saul isn't good enough, bro. I know he's not good enough. Whoa.
The thing is that do we have options?
That's the thing, man. I'm only going by what I've been seeing. I'm not doing this because I prefer that. For me, I would have gone with Sarr, but a lot of people don't like Sarr. And Thomas Tuchel doesn't like Sarr in that position. Thomas Tuchel likes Saul in that position because he can turn into a midfielder. He can, go and overlap. He's good with the ball. So don't get mad at me, man. Don't get mad at me. In the middle, I'd go with Kovacic and Kante. What you would go with, Kante had a very good impact off the bench against Norwich. So he's taken a bit of rest. Kante definitely starts, and I would start Kovacic.
Yeah.
Not really?
The way Kante has, showed the impact of the bench, why not use him in the
Just
same
off
way
the bench.
again?
I
And then
think
maybe
this is
start him against Lille.
I feel like this is a good game for him. I feel like his physical attributes and to be able to win the ball up front could be a good asset to have against Newcastle.
Yeah, because I've not very keenly observed Newcastle play as well. I know that
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, I know that their attacking prowess has actually improved, and they're more transitioning themselves into a possession style gameplay. But I'm not sure. And as far as Kante is concerned, I think so. The impact that he's shown off the bench for few games now, it's been really impressive. So I think so. I wouldn't mind Jorginho Kovacic as well, but then yeah, if I think so, it depends on how Newcastle plays. If I would have gone out and seen a few more clips from Newcastle's attack, I would actually come out and say a conclusive answer to it. But then yeah, I shouldn't mind if Jorginho starts as well.
Have Jorginho in the background then. Look, I don't mind either, but I feel like Kante is probably going to start because he didn't start the last game. I just feel
But the
he
next
will
game
start.
against Lille is going to be difficult for him to start, don't you think?
Yeah, but do you remember recently he started 3 games in a row?
In a
So,
row, yeah.
I mean, I know it's not ideal. I definitely know it's not ideal, but I think this is a big one where Kante was, he's primed to start on this one. I feel personally. Up front, I think we can lock down. This man has completely taken over Lukaku. He has
Of
taken
course.
the opportunity with 2 hands, and he does not want to let go. He's like this. This is mine. You're not having this. This is my baby. Um, Ishan, this player, I've been saying it since Club World Cup when I was there live. I've been telling you the one player that I've watched live and looked amazing was Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Goals, assists, but Ishan, the ground he covers, he's sometimes here defending. He's sometimes here picking up the ball. He's sometimes here. He's sometimes here coming in.
Yeah.
This is where he was when he set up the goal for Mason Mount against Norwich. He's
Yeah.
sometimes like he is covering some insane ground, Ishan.
Yeah, Miss, that is spot on, and I think so. That's the biggest difference maker on his, transformation when it comes to gameplay. We would have seen Havertz, before, let's say, Club World Cup, he wasn't covering that much ground, and especially, after the start of this year, he's kind of improvised that, and now we see Havertz cover a whole lot of ground, just like Mason Mount does, and that's how special he's become. And I think so. That's a key performance indicator for Kai Havertz as well. I think so.
Yeah.
The way he covers ground, involves himself defensively, not just that, but build up from behind, go
Yeah.
in front, be there, be the aerial dominant, pinpoint for the whole team. I think so. He's doing that all, and exactly doing exactly what Thomas Tuchel wants from a number nine or maybe a false nine. So he's fulfilling it all, and I'm so happy that he's taking this opportunity, Miss, because or else. Thomas Tuchel would have been dilemma, and he would have chipped in Lukaku
Yeah.
more often if Kai Havertz wouldn't have performed. But the way he's committing, and I think so, there's a huge part that Lukaku's gameplay and Lukaku's involvement in this whole situation adds up to Kai Havertz's improvement as well, because he might understand and he very well knows the fact that Mount always sometimes performs. He's always there in the game. Ziyech is picking up the games. In the early 2022, we saw Ziyech being our man of the match almost every game. So he knew the fact that if he had to grasp a position in the team, it was Lukaku's position. And after Lukaku's downfall a little bit, he knew the fact that if he had to retain his position, he had to give the gameplay. He had to bring in the whole commitment in the pitch. Maybe if not goals or assists, even if the ground covering would have counted a lot. And that's exactly what Kai Havertz is doing. Or else he can be easily stripped off and Lukaku could have been back on, right? And it would have been again difficult for Havertz to jump back into the playing 11. So Havertz definitely at the right time, right place, executed in his game plans, and it's very fairly working for himself and the team as well.
100%, 100%. Everything that you said, as Zaid Al Majidi is saying, we need to build around Havertz. He's complete. 100% he is complete. I will go with Christian Pulisic. I do not want to see Timo Werner in this match. In fact, I probably don't want to see Timo Werner play for us. I would like him to go to Bundesliga at the end of the season if we once we get the new ownership sorted and we can start doing some transfer business in the summer. He's one player that needs to leave Chelsea Football Club immediately. Timo Werner, I feel sad for his career at Chelsea. Yes, he did well last season, a lot of goal contribution, but there was massive flaws in the way he plays. And this season, those flaws have only magnified even more. He's just not a good footballer in my opinion. For me, Pulisic comes back in. He was somewhat consistent, like showing some sort of consistency. Ishan, any arguments over here? You want Christian Pulisic to come back? I think Callum Hudson-Odoi is still injured.
Now, Callum Hudson-Odoi is gone for long, man. It's his Achilles pain, which has been
Oh, Someone
Yeah.
saying Pulisic is a doubt for this game. Is that true?
Why is it?
Because he
Is
had
it?
illness as well. He had illness as well.
Oh yeah, he was ill as well. I'm not sure about Pulisic's fitness, but all I know is Hudson-Odoi definitely is out. His Achilles pain has taken a toll on him, and
Mm-hmm.
we might not see Hudson-Odoi for some time now. And we know how devastating Achilles can be.
Yeah.
What about Ziyech? What do you got updates about Ziyech?
Yes, Ziyech is training from last. I heard that he is training. So looks like Pulisic is not available. A lot of people, guys, can you confirm, is Pulisic available or he's not? Just confirm with me if you've seen any news. Because if that's the case, then I think we're
No
left with,
choice, right?
we
Yeah.
have to play Ziyech and Mount.
No, no, it's Ziyech.
I think
Is
Ziyech is
Ziyech actually
available.
available?
I think
You
Ziyech is
think so?
available. Yeah. I saw that he's available. He was in the training and whatnot.
If Ziyech is 100% available, then I don't think so. Why even we're having a debate between, Pulisic and Ziyech? Definitely Ziyech and Mount should start, right?
Yeah, but lately Ziyech, because Thomas Tuchel takes his time to bring Ziyech back from an injury. He's been in the bench. He's not been starting. Tuchel said 50-50. No, he's not. Tuchel said he's available. Not sure, available. So it's mixed. People are not sure. Look, if that's the case, he's probably still not ready. In that case, I'd probably go with this. Havertz, Mount, Ziyech. I mean, Ishan, thoughts?
No, I think so. This is a good combination. The question mark here is about Ziyech's availability. If Ziyech is unavailable and add Pulisic into that list, I think so. We're left with Timo Werner, or else
Yeah, yeah.
this front three. Another option there is if you'd want to play Kai Havertz as a attacking 10 and put up Lukaku up
Oh
front.
my
That is
goodness.
that is
Not
also an
the not
option.
the
Yeah.
bad boy Lukaku, bro. Oh my god. We are gonna
Yeah, so
struggle.
that's another option. But then, yeah, this again means everything lies on Ziyech's availability and match fitness, isn't it? I mean, if Ziyech
100%.
is fit, then well and good. He starts with Mount and Havertz. If not, then I think so. There'll be a selection dilemma between Lukaku and Timo Werner. That's what I think.
If Ziyech is not fit, I think we're gonna see something like this. If Ziyech is not fit, it'll probably be Lukaku. Ah, come on. Probably like this, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's fit. He's been in the bench, so I think he's fit. I personally, oh man, he's another player, man. Lukaku he needs to wake up, man. He really does. But this is the lineup that I'd go with for the time being, ladies and gentlemen. In the back, Mendy, Rudy Silva, Chalaba, Saul, Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho in the background, just in case if he starts. Christensen, I really don't know who else can play right wing back. I mean, unless, yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is the only one remaining. I really don't want to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Mason Mount up front, Ziyech, Havertz. If Ziyech isn't fit, then Lukaku, Werner will definitely start. Score prediction from my end, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping we can keep a clean sheet. And I'm hoping we can get a 2-0 victory. Live chat, what's your thoughts, Ishan? What's your prediction?
1-0 Chelsea.
I'll take it, bro. I'll take that. I don't mind one bit. Well, there you go. You have our prediction there. Before we finish up, I do want to just quickly show you guys one last tweet, which is making a lot of noise in the Chelsea fan base. And we need to talk about it just quickly before we leave, because this is strange. This is strange. Did he take it out? Did he remove it? Oh, no, he didn't. He's kept it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tweet that's making a lot of noise in social media, especially in Twitter. Nini FC Blue Lions TV. Many of you guys probably know this. Lots of you guys have done the prediction. 1-1 in my opinion. 2-1 for us. 2-1 Chelsea. 4-1 Chelsea. Well, I'd love that. 3-0 from Liam, 3-1 from Stephen. So we're all very positive about this match, which is great. Nini FC, you guys probably would know his channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he tweeted not that long ago. Why is everyone singing for a man that's always kept as much distance away from the fans? Nearly 20 years in charge, never addressed us, spoken, connected, etc. You got to search hard on YouTube just to hear how he sounds like. Appreciate the investment, but will never simp over it. I can't believe the ungratefulness from this particular individual. Look at the reasonings as well. Never addressed us. Where, under which rock are you sitting or staying that you're saying that he's never addressed? Look at the amount of, I mean, what do you mean by address? Like come out in the stadium, pick up a mic and start talking? He's addressed many other ways. He's addressed by investing. He's addressed by putting money into the club. He's addressed by bringing superstars into a football club. He's addressed by winning us trophy. He was in Stamford Bridge a lot of the times before he got sanctioned by UK not to enter the country, or else he was a very regular to come to the match, very regular in the dressing room as well, and saying hello to the players. What do you want this owner to do? Go, get up from his seat and after the game just go and handshake every single fans out there? You want him to do a podcast, Roman Abramovich, Nights with Roman Abramovich.
Yeah.
The Roman Empire podcast.
All you can eat Chelsea, feed Roman Abramovich.
All you can eat Chelsea featuring Roman Abramovich. What do you want this guy to do?
What are the
Spoken,
expectations?
connected,
This is
etc.
fun.
You got to search on YouTube. Why do you want to hear this, brother? Why is the need to hear him? Does
What's
it give you
there in
pleasure?
Roman's voice that excites you? Exactly.
Does it give you pleasure from hearing him?
What? This is mad. What kind of pleasure do you get after hearing Roman's voice?
All
Let
you
us
need to know that there is an owner there and he's doing well. And look how easily he writes this, Ishan. Appreciate the investment. 1.5 billion. Appreciate the investment.
As if it's $10.
As if he's just given us a lollipop. He's literally previously under Ken Bates, we were close to getting into administration. We were in so much debt. He helped us from the brinks. Ishan, bro, what you got to say about this?
Nah, this tweet does not make any sort of sense to me. I mean, what does he want? I don't know. I mean, listen, if there is any sort of, like I said earlier as well, if there's any sort of scrutiny behind the owner, I would have raised my voice, just out, right? But look at the way he's saying that. I mean, you're just hating a person because he's never addressed you. What do you want? What do you want? Him to come to your radio station and say, "Oh, hello, how are you?" You want him to have a one-on-one interaction?
Man said radio station.
Yeah. What you want to hear him on your radio channels while you go into the office in the morning? What do you want? You want him to open a YouTube channel and you should send him a super chat and he responds, "Oh, thank you, shout out to you." What bullshit are you talking here? Shout out to you,
Send a super
Mr.
chat to Roman.
Nini. What is this? I mean, what are you expecting from a freaking multi-billionaire owner of a football club? What do you expect? Is he an easy go peasy guy? I mean, what do you expect? You haven't addressed us. He hasn't even addressed us in 20 years. Are you mad? Have you been supporting us since just like 20 days? As if you haven't heard any sort of statements from him. Just past few days ago, he's given us an addressal saying that he is about to sell the club.
Yeah.
Were you living under the rock then, or you?
No,
you
he wanted a
locked
phone
yourself?
call. He wanted a personal phone
Yeah,
call.
I'm so sorry, Roman could not do that. Maybe let the behind the sale of the club finish, then maybe he might address you by calling you straight away. What kind of bullshit is this, man? Why appreciate the investment? Do you even know how many zeros are there in 3 billion?
Do you know the amount of zeros in
do
a
you know
billion?
the number of zeros in 3 billion?
I
Because I don't
appreciate the investment. Thank you
appreciate the
for the
investment.
check.
I'm sure this guy does not know how to count the number of zeros in 3 billion. And that's the amount that Roman has just dumped. He does not want it. He did not want it earlier, and he's eventually not getting now. And on top of that, 1.5 billion debts. 1.5 billion debts. And
The
he
money he's
he
not going to get back, Ishan. The money he's not going to get back.
exactly he's not gonna get back.
But I
You know,
appreciate the investment.
appreciate the investment. Never connected to the fans. The club has connected to you, right? The club was owned by him. That means every sort of actions taken by the club was his call.
It's mad.
Didn't that make any sort of connection or
It's
sense?
mad,
What
bro.
do you want? Do you want our club to lift trophies, or do you want your owner to come to you and make you sleep beside your bed every night? What do you want? I really
Tuck
don't
him
get it,
in.
man.
Tuck him in, bro. Tuck him in.
Yeah, yeah. What do you want the owner of CFC to come and tuck your blankets in the bed? What is wrong with you, man? Uh,
It's mad, bro. It's what Nash
Ungrateful.
is saying.
This
He
is
wants a
ungrateful.
FaceTime Roman from the bridge. It's
Yeah.
mad, ladies and gentlemen. Really, I mean, just deep it for a second. This man has invested 1.5 billion of his money, which he will not get back. And on top of that, the sale proceeds, which he has the right to collect, he will not get that either. So as Ishan said, he will lose close to 3 billion. He will lose close to 3 billion.
Look at this, miss.
I'm not a Chelsea fan, but that's a disgraceful tweet. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, this man is not only going to get the funds to cover his debt, he's not even going to get the profit as well that he's going to make from this. And just to say, I appreciate the investment. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us till the end of this show. It has been a tremendous consortium collaboration. It's been a great consortium with you guys. We've had a fantastic watch along for the Man United game. I may actually do a video on Ronaldo. Do look out for that tomorrow. There's a lot of talk about Ronaldo and disrespect, and I feel like we need to do a video on that. I mean, that hat trick was sensational. We've now done a phenomenal stream. Lots of people joined in. At one stage, there was over 300 people, so do appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button. Get those likes up to close to 250. If you've enjoyed this, enjoyed the interaction, enjoyed the conversation, enjoyed Ishan and his bad boy jokes, then please smash the like button. And we shall see you guys tomorrow for the watch along. Look out for the Cristiano Ronaldo video, which is going to be quite interesting. We shall do that. And we will have the latest on the ownership as it develops. Until next time, everyone, as I said, smash the like button before you go. Subscribe if you're here for the first time. And follow Ishan on Instagram. The link is in the description. Please follow him. Until next time, see you.